Good morning, everyone. Merry Christmas. Grab my headset here. I'm bad at prepping. Also, my face isn't on screen. Ripperino. That's very loud in my ears. Good morning. Merry Christmas. The NFL has taken over Thanksgiving, so we played an Apple Cup game in NCAA Football 13, which next year will be upgraded to NCAA Football 14 because I found a copy for a steal of a deal for like $32, and then I looked on Price Charting, which is a site that keeps track of video game prices, and even just the disc is like 3 times that much. So that'll be changing, but NFL's taken over Thanksgiving. The NBA has NBA all day, which is pretty cool if you're into that sort of thing. They've worked really hard to get a lot of marquee matchups and stuff like that. Shaq versus Kobe the first time after Shaq left LA. That was a big deal. LeBron has been on every year because he's, the greatest player in the world. So yeah, I thought I would join in on the basketball festivities and we would watch the Washington State Cougars play the Washington Huskies, still in Seattle this year. There isn't a third game that has a mascot mode that I can find, so we're just going to stay in Seattle for 2019, and then 2020 it'll move over to what's it called? Pullman. That's where it is. I've been there a bunch in my life. Can't remember what it's called. So it'll switch to the Cougars home court and home field next year. This does not affect the March Mascot Madness stuff. This is a totally separate thing. So, rankings don't matter. Go forward here. Do the quick settings. We are going to play on the hardest difficulty in the game, or they are going to play on the hardest difficulty in the game, and I'm actually going to double check that I didn't actually pick the... Okay, cool. 20-minute quarter, or halves. Pardon me. I did a test run of this the other day, and it didn't take a terribly long time, so that was kind of nice. The good thing about basketball is that the clock is continually moving. One of the things that happened during the NCAA game that we did back in November for Thanksgiving was a lot of incomplete passes stopped the clock, and the game was an absurd score. Like, we probably won't get a score in this game that is as high as the game that was in football. So I'm not playing, just watching. Hopefully the cameras or the audio is all good.
Oh, we've got an interesting one here tonight, partner. The mascot.
Oh, you butthead. I turned that off. Settings, preferences, commentary volume. Oh, thank goodness I can turn it down from here. Okay, accept. Maybe that's what I did. I canceled. Just double check it real quick. Okay. All right. So here we go. Tip here in Seattle, Washington goes to Butch T. Cougar. The Cougars currently lead the Apple Pie Cup 1-0. They won the NCAA Football 13 matchup by a score of 114 to 98 or something. I can't remember what the score was, but it was absurd. Actually, I need to pop this audio down just a second. That looks alright. I look like I'm clearing it, but in its louder moments, I might be just matching it. It might just be a mess to listen to. Alright, Cougars got a foul, and they made one of the 2 free throws, so they have a 1-0 lead, a pretty rare score in everything but Canadian football, where you can score a single. Washington with a nice little jumper there, take the lead 2-1. 2 trips down the floor, 2 baskets. Well, technically not. That play worked really well in the previous iteration of this game, NCAA, I believe it was 2005. Switching to 2009 for the second mascot tournament, the game just did not look as good. So I'm hoping that this one's a nice middle ground, but it seems like it is because that play that they run where they swing an offensive player to the 3-point line shot clock violation for the Cougars, coming away empty-handed here. The play where they swing was nearly automatic in NCAA 2005. It was much better defended in NCAA 2009. Now we're going back 3 years. If you're confused, I don't blame you, because it is honestly a mess. Nice block by Butch G. Cougar out of bounds. It'll stay with Washington. Stay with Washington, though. Ignore the Mountain Dew in my hand. But you're not going to be able to ignore the sound. I don't know what's wrong with my throat, sir. Another shot clock violation. That is not good. Wait, is that a shot clock violation on the Huskies? What the hell? Cougars now up 3-2. A very low-scoring game so far. I probably shouldn't drink soda. Should have grabbed this water that's over here. 4-3 Washington. Early stages here in the first half. 17-40. Just backed him out of bounds. That's great defense by the Huskies. But if you're the Cougars, you got to pass out of that. Nice inside move and a nice jam there. 6-4. Cougars need to settle down a little bit here. Get some good shots. Can't have another shot clock violation. You can't get locked up like this. Gotta move around, do something. Open up. Open up for him. That's a highly contested shot that's off the left rim. Not a great play. The guy stood there for a while and then just kind of meh. Into the post. Able to strip it away. Push it forward. This is where the game, I don't know why they did that. He had a free run. I was about to compliment the game and be like, oh, this is an improvement over the other iterations of this game. And then he didn't, but he nailed the three anyway. So it all kind of washes out. What is... Pardon me, my throat is bugging me this morning. Another nice defensive possession for the Cougars. Huskies try to steal it away, but no good. You got a wide open guy in the corner. Maybe try to push the floor a little bit, take advantage of the 5-on-4 opportunity. Nice move inside. Hard passes. 11 on the shot clock. Shot is up and good. Cougars retake the lead, 8-6. Believe it's their first lead since 1-0. Unless they led 3-2. Another miss. Putback is good though. Ties it up, knotted at 8. 4+ minutes have elapsed here. Oh, short on the shot. He had an open look though. Not a bad shot. Maybe a little early in the shot clock. The 35-second shot clock is a very long time to run offensive sets and stuff. Cougars almost missed the rebound. The Huskies can't put it away. Up to the left. It's got a one-on-one. Nice pass back inside. Well defended. Nice recovery there. You can pass it out or just jam it down their throats. Doesn't matter. 10-8 Washington State. They had a guy wide open in the corner. This game is not going to be like today's NBA or college shoot. What the hell is happening there? No, you move. No, you move. You move. No, you move. This is my lane. They're peeing on each other because they're dogs or whatever. Descendants of dogs. It's my spot on the court. Foul. Third team foul. Sends the Cougars to the line, and they are 1 for 3, I believe, at this point in the game. 50% is not going to win you a lot of basketball games. So I got to clean that up. Cougars, though, do extend their lead to 11-8, up 3, their largest lead of the game. Granted, that's not a terribly large lead. I think it's the largest lead either team has had. It was 6-3, now 11-8. 6-3, oddly enough, like my dream height. Being 5'3" sucks. Being 6'3", probably pretty dope. I wouldn't know, because I'm short. 11-9 now. As the Huskies convert on both of their free throws. That'll be something to keep an eye on. Huskies switching over to a full court defense. Haven't really seen this. The Cougars are able to break through. It leads to a steal down the floor. Huskies looking for the lead. They had numbers there for a second, but the Cougars did a good job getting back. I can imagine that the full court defense makes it harder to run fast breaks like that sometimes, because the Cougars, some of the Cougars players will still be in the backcourt. Oh, he took a step inside. That's a long two. It's no good, so it doesn't really matter. There you go. 1-on-1 down in the post. Tip in is good. Washington on a 4-0 run to take a 1-point lead, 12-11. And that swing play out to the three-point line. Able to get behind the defense. Nice jam there. Washington State back in front, 13-12. We'll see how long the Huskies stick with that full court defense. Off the back iron, no good. Putback is good. They're getting a lot of offensive rebounds, and they're making sure to convert on those offensive rebounds, which is good. It looks like they backed off that full court press. Cougars swinging it around. Ooh, he had a run on into the corner. But like I was trying to say before I interrupted myself, because two Huskies were running into each other. This game is going to favor the interior offensive play. They're not going to want to kick it out and shoot threes. That's why I was saying, like, current NBA games and current theoretical current NCAA basketball games would probably want to do that, because they would probably have three-point specialists, stuff like that. Cougars retake the lead, 15-14. Back and forth game here in the first half, and I don't even finish that sentence before the Huskies make a couple quick, nice passes inside. 16-15. So after a bit of a slow and arguably sloppy start, the Cougars and the Huskies now not scoring at will necessarily, but we haven't had the number of fouls and we haven't had the shot clock violations for quite a while. And the lead just keeps going back and forth with that 1-point exchange. They're both just scoring twos to go up one on their opponent. Nice block. They can't get they can't recover the loose ball, unfortunately, and it leads to another offensive opportunity for the Huskies, who have been incredible at getting those to go down, and they retake the lead 18-17. Into the corner, pushes in, double team, picked. Washington looking to extend their lead. They won't. They get the offensive rebound though. That is up and good. So another offensive opportunity goes down for the Huskies. It's 20-17, largest lead of the game by either team, 3 points. Been a very closely contested game. I think that would mean that the Huskies are on a 4-0 run again. The Cougars have responded the previous couple of times they've done that. Let's see what they have here. They have it in them to shoot the big three. They are under 10 seconds on the shot clock. You can pump it out. Oh, or just jam it down their throat. I said pump it out, and I meant pop it out. I meant to say you can pop it out to the three. You can pump it out to the three, bro. Just pump. There's a free offensive rebound. He's kind of trapped under the basket. So nice defense there. Kind of. It's like 50-50, like. Cougar just walked by. What's up? How you doing? (22-19). Open this window for a little extra light. Not that you can't see me, actually. No, the color looks better. Oh, the Huskies with another offensive rebound is going to lead to an and-one opportunity. Oh, no. The Cougars are just getting destroyed. The Huskies are doing such a good job at getting offensive rebounds. Up and in. 24-21. Can't extend to the largest lead of the game. They do that. 4 points. Close contest here. Washington switching to that full court press. Weirdly. There you go. Kind of broke through. Had a guy kind of open under the basket, but it, could have led to a turnover. Steal is no good. That was right behind the scoreboard. So hard to see. He's right on the boundary line. Stepped out. AI is not always great. That's twice now that the Cougars have stepped out in a similar fashion. Basket is up and good. 27-21. Cougars falling behind a little bit here. They're not taking like threes or anything. They're giving themselves some opportunities. Back across, there's not a lot of spacing going on this floor over here. Just into a gaggle of Huskies. That was into like 3 defenders. And it's 27-21. Almost a 5-second violation. There's a counter there, just as he stood there. That guy, for some reason, looks like he's setting a screen. What the fuck was that? Huskies now up 8. See what the Cougars do here. Couple passes inside, another miss. They're going cold. If I was the coach, maybe call a timeout. See if you can settle the guys down a little bit. Nice block. Nice block. Unfortunately, they've had some turnovers. The Cougars have had some turnovers under the basket. They just haven't been able to recover the loose ball. That's 2 nice blocks that have gone out of bounds, and they've had a couple of loose ball opportunities directly under the basket they haven't been able to recover. Nice move around the center for an easy layup. Cuts it to 29-23. 6-point game. That's a nice offensive play. Got the center to freeze. And 1 opportunity. I'm sick to my stomach. It's trying to come out of my throat. I can't. Ooh, and 1 is good. Substitution. Huskies now up 9. Oh, and it got stolen away. And another defensive foul. Huskies back at the line, making their free throws. There we go, breaking the defense. Threw it back when he didn't need to. The Huskies looking to extend their lead a little bit more, short on the shot. Cougars need some more possessions like that. Force some misses, but not giving up fouls. Looks like their center is way out of the play. It's going to lead to a turnover. Once that animation initiates, it's really, I don't think it really overturns itself. Nice steal by the Cougars. And a nice layup. Cuts it down to 9. 34-25. Huskies up. 6:40 remaining here in the first half. Haven't been a ton of stoppages in the clock, which is nice. Huskies, nice defensive rebound. Off the back iron. Nice move again. Whoever that is playing really well. They've been able to get a couple of nice moves in on the defender right there in a one-on-one situation. Able to work themselves around and get a nice easy layup. Cutting the lead down to 9, or down to 7. Now back up to 9 after the Huskies make their relatively easy shot. What they have here, they're swinging him around. The defense is covering that much better in this game. And a nice move. The center was able to get over, though. A defensive foul. Ooh. Second personal. 15 fouls. So he'll go to the line for 2. The Cougars really need to put together some offensive possessions here. The Huskies, work with a full court press. The most exciting form of basketball to watch. Leads to another turnover. A nice block by the Cougars, who are able to take advantage of the loose ball situation. I got eye open in the corner, working down low. It's going to be a foul. Cougars have struggled a bit from the line. 2 for 4, I believe. That's 2 for 5. 50% isn't going to cut it. Got to be able to take advantage of those shots. You just have to be able to take advantage of those shots. Ooh, nice defense there by the Cougars. Had numbers there for a second, not able to really do much with it. Defensive foul. The Cougars are going to go back to the line, where they'll probably hit one of 2 shots. Oh, there we go. There's the first one down. Lead back down to 9, 5-10 first half. Lead down to 8. They've gotten as close as 7 since this little scoring spurt has happened. We just need a couple of defensive possessions here. Obviously plenty of time, no rush or anything. 3 erases everything, and 1. Jeez Louise. Cougars have been hesitant to pull the trigger from 3. They've had some decent looks at it. Instead, they've focused far more on the interior play, which has been a little inconsistent. They make it there. Cut the lead back down to 9. That was a weird play. He like jumped and hurled it backwards. Oh, the Huskies. Inside, defensive foul. Oh, 1 for 2 from the line. That, I believe, is the first Husky free throw miss of the day. So the lead, double digits at 10. And a nice little move inside. Cuts it down to 8. So if you're the Cougars, you just want to cut this down. I'd want to cut it down to 5. Just a net +3 over the next 4 minutes or so. And I say net +3 because that was an insane shot that, of course, went in. He's got a guy wide open in the corner. He just didn't pass it to him soon enough. Quick passes inside. Those are typically very effective, but he just couldn't get enough mustard on it to get it over the rim. Kind of paused there for a moment and then fell. He said, yeah, no. I don't want to go. I don't want to go in the basket. Oh, couldn't pick up the loose ball. And the 3, no good. Cougars with the defensive rebound, down 10. Push the floor. Great defense by the Huskies to allow their other players to get across midcourt. Running it around. If he takes just a step back and launches that 3, it's not a bad play. It's a bad play now. Nice move on the offensive side. They've been able to get around the Husky defenders and give themselves some easy layups. Now the lead down to 8, 44-36. 2:56 remaining here. First half, couple quick passes inside, and a defensive rebound. I thought that was going to go to the offense. I wasn't sure that the character model for the Cougar. Oh, he had him wide open under the basket, and he just didn't pass. Wasn't sure if the character model was going to be able to get up, but thankfully it kind of carried a little bit. He jumped straight up, but moved back. Deep 2 is good. And there we go. Lead down to 5, 44-39. Just hold this. Hold this line. Make it interesting towards the half. I was a little worried that it was going to get out of hand there. Pass inside. Nice dunk by the Huskies. 7-point game, 46-39. And another nice move inside. That was a quick pass in there. 46-41. Quick passes inside for the Huskies are going to lead to a foul. So defensive foul. And put the Huskies on the line for 2. The first one down and good. Or up and good, I should say. Second one rattles around the rim a little bit, but it is good as well. So back up to a 7-point lead, excuse me. 48-41. They'll employ this defense that they've been inconsistent in implementing, which is kind of a surprise because it typically leads to that. Not necessarily the block. Thought he was going to make the shot. I spoke a little too soon. 48-41, but it does typically lead to a Cougar turnover. Oh, you got to take that 3. Oh, that was... Oh, no. I would so much rather an open 3 than running into a bunch of traffic. And a dunk extends the lead back out to 9. So the Cougars were at... having watched 64 games or whatever it is, whatever absurd number it is at this point of the mascot tournament, this just has the feeling of one of those games where the Cougars aren't necessarily ever going to be blown out of the building, but they're also never going to get close enough to contest for the lead and the win. Because it's 9 now. It was at 5. They were playing well, and they've given up a run here. Another defensive foul, which is 8 for the half, and quite a few of those, probably half of those, have been in the last 6 or 7 minutes or so. And just like that, the lead out to 9. So 40... Oh, I'm sorry. The lead's out to 11. So they had it down to 5, which is right where I was saying, hey, this is where you want to go with it. The Huskies have decided to implement their full court defense. Really messed with the Cougars' rhythm. And with under right at 30 seconds to go, it's an 11-point game. Let's see what the Cougars have for us in the second half. Hopefully they can make it a little closer, but Washington has been in control of this game for the last little while. I can't remember the last time the Cougars had the lead, but it was a 1-point lead when they were kind of just changing leads over and over. He shouldn't have. Oh, there you go. Another second chance opportunity. And the lead's up to 13 because that guy just stood there. 56-43. And the Huskies get the ball to start the second half because the Cougars won the tip. Nice steal there. And pass it back. Short and missed it. Shot is up and is short, so rebound Cougars. A little bit of a slow start here. A couple shots up, a couple shots no good. 1 steal. That's a positive for the Cougars, a negative for the Huskies. A little too far out from the 3-point line to make that a realistic shot. And he avoided a 5-second violation to get himself into a 5-second violation. Wasting a lot of time here off this shot clock to do that. Running into traffic. No good. Same score here, 56 seconds into the second half. Cougars have got to take advantage of this. They had the steal. Couldn't do anything with it. Huskies have missed a shot. Couldn't do anything with it. That was a really bad offensive possession last time. The one guy just held the ball for 20 seconds and then ran into a defender. Nice move, and he still couldn't get it. Offense, nope. Offensive rebound and just threw it off the side of the backboard. So, fantastic. He had a clear line of sight. I don't know why he threw that basketball. That doesn't make any sense. He had the most open. I could have made that shot, and I'm not athletic. 3 for the Huskies, and it is up to 16 because the Cougars have not played well offensively. Side note, the Cougars have never won in the mascot tournament, so, giving them a prime stream opportunity isn't going to bode well for me. Shot is up and good. Their first points of the second half come with a minute and 58 seconds in. 1 for 2 from the line. Offensive rebound up. No good. Kind of did a really weird, tricky looking play there. Huskies up and good. 17-point lead. Yikes. The Huskies are succeeding where the Cougars are failing. So the Huskies have a very high percentage of free throw attempts made. I think they've only missed 1. And they have had an incredible amount of second chance points, either offensive rebounds. I guess a tip-in would probably count as an offensive rebound, I would guess. But offensive rebounds leading to extra shots. Loose balls that theoretically should be stolen by the Cougars go up and in for baskets. Tip-ins for baskets. The Cougars are not able to take advantage of their opportunities when they get them, and that has really helped this lead skyrocket to where it is now. Even that should have been a Cougar possession. That is a bonehead play. Just took a weird step. We've seen that a couple times on the sideline with the Cougars where they're right there, and then whoever's playing just loses track of where they are on the court. The steps out of bounds. And now the lead's 17 points. And what sucks the most is right about the 4-minute mark of the first half, defensive foul. The Cougars have also fouled the Huskies a lot. What's been so frustrating about the way this lead has ballooned, now up to 18, that's only the second free throw miss by the Huskies. The Cougars, with the 4 minutes left in the first half, had the lead cut down to 5, which was completely manageable, and it just got out of hand, and all of a sudden it was 13 by the end of the first half. They've really struggled here. Jesus. Three no good, coming back the Cougars' way. They have numbers if they push the floor a little bit. The Cougars on the plus side have had some nice plays with their smaller defender getting one-on-one with the the center or the bigger players of the Huskies and been able to make some nice easy layups. But that is not an ideal situation. Running into a double team. Oh God, I didn't bring a backup book. Out of bounds, and that was still a Washington ball. That's the third block that we've seen from the Cougars that has gone out of bounds. Huskies not able to do anything with it on that play. That was a nice run by the Cougars there. Had 2 players on either side. The center just kind of was stuck in the middle and was just kind of hoping to make a play there at the very end. Got his hand up nicely, but honestly, just not much he could do. 62-46. Under 15 to go. Cougars need some plays. Looked like they were going to try and steal the ball from him. The animation started, and it looked like the passing animation overtook it. That was a shot that was off the back iron. No good, unfortunately. A defensive foul. Okay. Lead back up to 18. And it's starting to fit in with what I was talking about in the first half, towards the latter part of the first half, where if the Cougars could just cut it down to 5, that'd be great. Then they let the lead balloon back up to a 9, back up to 11, and it ended at 13. What's unfortunate is after doing a lot of these mascot games on like hardest difficulty, whatever, there have been a number of them that have never been blowouts, but they've just never felt like the team that's been trailing the whole time is going to make it competitive, and that's continued into the second half. The Cougars now down 16 with a 3 to make it 19. That's a nice wide open 3. The Cougars have had some opportunities to try and shoot those shots as well. They've been able to run that play that was so successful in the first mascot tournament of running a player down by the baseline, bringing him up into the three-point spot, and getting a pretty clear look at the basket. Out of bounds there. So the Cougars with an extra offensive opportunity here. Now down 19. Just like that, but they're not taking it. Instead, they're running it inside. It's a nice jump shot. Cuts the lead to 17, but that's a wide open 3. And we've seen the Huskies take not very many. I think they've maybe taken 3. I've seen 3 makes. 69-50. Okay, Huskies, stop scoring now. You have the perfect number. Kind of a slugfest, sloppy second half here. I guess a slugfest might indicate that it's close. It is not close. Shot up and no good. Offensive rebound. That is no good. Another offensive rebound. You got to pass out there, my dude. Or my Coug, like that. 69-52, 17-point game. Huskies with the ball here. Approaching the 12-minute remaining mark of the second half. That was a weird way to say it. Shot is up and good. So 71-52, lead back up to 19. And it's looking like the Huskies are going to even this series up. The Apple Pie Cup happens on Thanksgiving and on Christmas. Thanksgiving is football. Christmas is basketball. Yeah. What am I trying to say? The football game will be changing over to NCAA 14, like I was saying, next year. I don't know. That's again one opportunity here. It really cut away quickly from that. We'll be changing to NCAA 14. I'm kind of hoping that the score is a little more manageable. If you remember, the Washington quarterback threw 12 touchdowns and 12 interceptions, and the game was just an absurd score. Let me see if I can pull up the footage here while we deal with a timeout here. 71-54. Huskies well in control of this game. Streams. God, the other one took 2 hours and 41 minutes. 113 to 99. Okay, I knew it was a 14-point game, but I just can't remember what the score was. But yeah, 113 to 99. We're not even going to get that. We're not even going to get close. Washington's not even going to probably score enough points to compete with the team that lost in the previous game. But hopefully NCAA 14 will even things out a little bit more. Maybe we'll do some random stuff here or there and just kind of see. It takes a long time for those games to get done. This one, on the other hand, is very short, which is nice. They got to put up a shot, deep 3. Hey, nailed it. Nice shot there. But it still is a 17-point game, 57 to 74. I said that incorrectly. 74 to 57. Nice steal by the Cougars. Passes it forward, and it immediately got lost. Immediately. Oh my goodness, that's the second chance stuff that I've been talking about. That's a third offensive opportunity. They had the steal. They had the loose ball on the floor. And it was easy peasy Dunkaroony time. I don't know what that means. And they just couldn't finish, couldn't capitalize, couldn't take advantage of the opportunity given to them. So 19 points now. Huskies haven't run them out of the building yet. They probably should have. Cougars continue to just play at a blisteringly slow pace. Man, I don't even know. Under 10 to go here. Cougars need to make a run. If they're going to make a run, they need to do it quickly. They need to do it more effectively and efficiently than this. You cannot take 30 seconds off the shot clock every single time and lead to a miss if you want to try and get back in this game. But it looks like their chances have probably run out here. 78-57 now, 21-point game. The Huskies now, by the way, because they've scored 21 points and they only lost by 14, have net outscored the Cougars by 7 points total. Fun statistics for you. I love weird statistics in sports. Nice dunk. Nice dunk. If the Cougars lose this game by 14 points between the two games that have been played, they will have the exact number of points. I don't anticipate that happening, considering that all they have to do is get +7. They have to get a net +7 as the Huskies score now up to 80. Net +7 over the next 8 minutes and 48 seconds. Lead at 19 now. I may have spoken too soon. I mean, they have to make another... I guess it's another, what, 8, 9 2-point baskets in the next 8 minutes? Okay, I was dumb. I shouldn't have said that. But I think it's also part of it's been that both halves of this game have started really, really slow, especially in the first half, where it was like, oh, God, like the Cougars were missing stuff and missing free throws. The Huskies were not playing particularly well. Nice block by the Huskies down low. Up and in, so 84-61, now a 23-point game. There's just not a lot the Cougars can do. Not a lot. Up and in, so nice little inside play there. 84-63. Cougars can't trade twos for twos, though. They're really just alternating between 21-point and 19-point deficits. Now back up to 20. Wait, what the hell? Why is it 23? Oh, good God. Sorry, 23 and 21-point deficits. Oh, my Atlanta. Nice dunk inside. 86-65. I don't even know what happened there. Back out and around. Three is no good. I believe that's the first three they've missed. Cougars' opportunity here to inch a little closer. An offensive foul. Wow. Wow. I'll bring a backup book next year. We'll read more about Halo. See, here we go, mascots. Here we go, mascots. Here we go. The rare bad offensive possession by the Huskies that leads to, excuse me, a nice easy basket for the Cougars. Does that lead down to 9? Nope, 21. I wonder if my math has just been off for most of the second half. No, it's down to 19. Oh my God, I don't know. It's 21 now. Up and in. Nice shot there by the Cougars. Kind of a wily shot there. They have the Dream 69. Couldn't get the putback though, unfortunately. So 88-69 here. 5:45 remaining in Seattle, Washington, as two mascot teams duke it out. The Cougars now down 21 points. It's been the Huskies have been in control for a large portion of this game, the entire second half, I guess you could actually trace it back to about the 4-minute mark of the first half, where they gave up some points. They were consistently ahead by like 9 to 11 points, somewhere in that range, in the first half after a little bit of a scoring run. The Cougars were able to cut it down to 4, or excuse me, they were able to cut it down to 5 with 4 minutes remaining. And as I remarked at the 4-minute mark, hey, if they can, you know, were they down? If they can, no, what? If they can hold it, here, they can, you know, they can make the game interesting. They didn't. The lead ended up ballooning to 13 for the Huskies. Nice inside play there. Nice offensive rebound. That's going to be a defensive foul. So the Cougars go to the line, where they have been tremendously ineffective. They've only been shooting about 50% of their free throws. 20-point game now. The Huskies had the lead up to 13. Slow start for the Huskies was not taken advantage of by the Cougars. There was a turnover, a couple missed shots that could have helped them cut into that lead a little bit. The Cougars were unable to do that. The lead has been consistently between 19 and 23 points. And the Huskies have been in control for the entire second half and a large portion of the first half. Though I don't remember exactly where it would be. Though the Cougars haven't been necessarily run out of the building. And the Huskies, where I thought it was going to be a sure thing that they were going to maybe break the triple digits. 92-74, 18-point game here. 4 minutes remaining, second half on this Apple Cup 2. The Cougars currently lead 1-0 after defeating the Huskies in Seattle in football. Shifts over to basketball. Oh, back out. You got a guy wide open in the corner. Cougars haven't been willing to take threes very frequently, which is unfortunate because they've actually done pretty good. Pretty well with them. Lead now 15. The Huskies defeated the Cougars. Hang on, hold on. Let me restart here. Cougars defeated the Huskies in Seattle in football 113-99. That score is not made up. It really happened. It was absurd. The Huskies lead here 92-77. So depending on what happens over these next couple of minutes, out of bounds Washington State ball. I thought for sure that was going to be a foul. We've seen a number of fouls in that area on similar shots that are behind the backboard. Defensive foul this time on the Huskies. The Cougars really need to take advantage of these free throws that they've been given. They miss another one. They have to be 50% from the line. Making one. So now it's a 14-point game. If Washington wins by a score of 14 points, the numbers across the board, they will have scored the exact same number of points through football and basketball. Lead back up to 16 now. If the Cougars can cut into the lead at all, they'll have a slight points advantage. If the Huskies win by 15 or more, they will have the overall points advantage. The Cougars look like they're falling apart a little bit here. They had a nice little run, and that's been a couple of times in this game that's happened where the Cougars they've had a couple of possessions that have gone well for them, and they just haven't been able to maintain that momentum. That was a terrible shot under the basket. It was down to 14. It's now up to 16. 96-78 here. There we go. 96-80, so 16 points here. If this margin holds, the Huskies will lead the overall scoring by 2 points. See if the Cougars can cut into this lead at all. I feel like they had a defensive foul. 16 fouls on the Cougars. Huskies have been great at their free throws. They've been tremendous at loose balls and offensive rebounds. Rattles around. $18 points now. 98-80. Nice dunk inside. 98-82. Oh boy. you could get off this 8 finish number, that'd be great. Be fantastic. Nice shot inside. The Cougars can't get the rebound. He just stood there and watched the ball just drop in front of him. He's like, I don't need that. I don't want that. 100-82. The Huskies now outscored themselves in football terms. They scored 99 points in a football game, which is just absurd. And lost. The Cougars scored 113 points. Like they'll probably kind of just top out here. Cougars aren't going to intentionally foul or anything. It is a 16-point game. Current margin holds. Huskies will lead the overall points by 2. Cougars, a couple nice passes inside, defensive foul. They will go 1 for 2 from the line because the Cougars have been woefully bad from the free throw line. First one's good. This is interesting. They could have the exact same number of points. A 14-point lead for the Huskies. That means that it will be exactly the same. 20 seconds remaining. Cougars cut into it a little bit. They never got run out of the building, but they also never really made it close. They got as close as, I think, just 13. I think this is realistically as close as it has been. Excuse me. Yeah. Husky stepped out of bounds right there at the end. That is the game. 100-86. Now, we'll pull this up real quick. It was 113-99. So, go over here to my apps, and we'll go CAL calculator. Now, 113 plus 86 is 199. 100 plus 99 is 199. So through 2 games, the series is split and the points are exactly the same. That's awesome. It makes me so happy. I love it. So 14-point victory is the margin of victory regardless of the sport. And the Huskies scored only 1 more point than their football team did in a game style or a sport that I would argue you score points with more consistency. So the series will shift to Pullman in the year 2020, unless I find another game that has a mascot mode in it. It'll switch to NCAA Football 14 on Thanksgiving 2020. But don't worry, if you want more mascot basketball action, tune in to twitch.tv/SeanOsaurusRex in March for March Mascot Madness. There will be some stuff happening for that as well. I love doing the mascot tournaments. They are so much fun. So that'll be happening in March. In fact, oh, shoot. I can't give you any dates because I realized that I scheduled something for March that I'll be out of town for. So I need to figure that out. Oh. An interesting wrinkle has just been applied. Alright. But it will be March. It'll be probably early March. So keep an eye on twitch.tv/SeanOsaurusRex if you are interested in that. If you watch this whole game, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. Hit the follow button if you like the content. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to watch this stuff live, you can hit the link in the description below and it'll lead you over to my Twitch channel where you can hit that sweet follow button. You can also subscribe here. You can watch previous mascot tournaments. They're back in March and in September, I believe was the other one I did. The best part about the March Mascot Madness tournament is you get to fill out a bracket if you so desire. So do that. Keep an eye out. I'll be doing some stuff for it, and yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I got to start thinking about that because that's just a few short months away. So thank you so much for watching this special Christmas stream. Hopefully you have a great holiday if you're celebrating something else, if you're celebrating Hanukkah or that joke one from Seinfeld. Hopefully you have a great holiday. If you're not celebrating anything, hopefully you're just having a sweet Wednesday off of work and you're just relaxing at home, getting some rest. Thank you so much again for watching. Really appreciate it. This is a big, silly, goofy thing that I like to do. We'll be back next year with game number 3. Unless, of course, I find something else that has a mascot mode in it, in which case it could be game number 4. We have a lot to figure out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great holiday, great Wednesday. See you next time.